and in today's episode, we are inside the Saiwa National Park, one of the homes to the rare species of antelope found in Kenya, known as the sitatunga. This type of antelope only dwells in the swampy areas, and they are only found in 3 counties in Kenya. And today we are in Trans County, trying to locate one. Highlight factors affecting the star. You're taking a walk around the park, seeing the mesmerizing to the best place, I think. Why the sitatunga dwells here is because of, the rare amount of light that passes through the trees. I think it's because of the adaptation of this environment that the sitatungas are able to survive. And as you can see, it's a bit chilly and it's very cold. I also think, which is also a factor to consider as to why the sitatungas are reducing in numbers, because of the cold, which affect the rate of their reproduction, and that's why they can't multiply, and that's why they are on the verge of extinction. So today we are here at Small Park Research Center at John Mavule's Park, and we're here to find out more about the sitatunga, about the brief history, challenges facing the sitatunga, challenges he's facing raising up the sitatungas, and so many more. Stay tuned and stay logged. Let's go find out. Today we are joined here by a very good conservationist, an award-winning conservationist in 1994, and I will let my guest introduce himself, please.
Okay, my name is John W. Mwavula Isaya. I'm in Kipsaina area, Kipsaina settlement scheme, plot number 36. So I myself to plant some trees, type of trees.
And now, Mr. John, I'll ask you, can you tell us about the sitatunga? What's a sitatunga?
Sitatunga is an antelope stay in the water. Means that it stay the swamp area, and my farm goes up to the swamp. That is why I was interested to plant different type of tree.
Tell me, the sitatunga, why do they live in water? It's so amazing, the type of antelope that lives in water. What makes it possible to survive in water?
You know, the feet of sitatunga are soft, so that's why they stay in the swamp. They can't come out. If they come out, you can just catch it easily. So or they just bleed if they run on outside. Silently, you need a quiet place where is no noise or any way you can harass. So that is why I planted a lot of tree, and I take care of that sitatunga from 1990. I had it too, but now I can see I have more than 16.
Now let me ask you a question. How did you come into possession of the 2 sitatungas?
During the instruction of the road, but across the river, if you on your right, you are in Cherangani. On your left, you are in Kwanza. So during the contract of making bridge, they use it culvert instead of making open bridge. So that's why I discovered I have 2 animals, the name of sitatunga, and I was interested because they're quiet, they're nice in color, and they're very few. So that is why the time which I saw it, I take the action to go to KWS in Saiwa Swamp, Saiwa National Park, to inform them that I've seen 2 animals and that's sitatunga. Which way can I do? So I went. Then they said that if I'm interested, I can take care of them.
And now speaking of the animals are few, can you say that they are reducing in numbers?
Uh,
Because there's an article I read.
yeah.
It says that the total number of sitatungas that are in Kenya is less than 600. But mind you, there's a conclusion that of census was done recently,
Yeah.
but the results are not yet out.
Yes.
I would also want to know, were the census done up to this place of yours? And can you highlight some of the factors that it's making the sitatungas reduce in numbers?
What I can assure you, Statunga, there are very few. And to make worse, they're just in danger because we have a lot of poachers. Two types. Some needs to eat meat, and some they're looking because of horns. I understand that they have discovered Chinese, their interest of getting those horns.
And speaking of interested of because of the horns, are they because of spiritual issues, or it's just for money?
What we are hearing the rumors, they say that is the medicine.
Their medicine.
They take those horns, they go to grind, then they send the form of powder. So that is why they're in danger.
They're very much in danger.
And also to say that around 600, they can be less.
Less than 600.
Less than 600 because we have lost a lot because of poachers, and also you have seen like my place. I've never fenced it because of finance. At the same time, we need, if the government can assist us, we have a lot of workshop and awareness. And also, we need people like ORMA, NEMA, KWS, agriculture, and also water resources. They come together near us with the administrator. Then we put the workshop and awareness, and also to fence it, because they're in danger, really, they're in danger.
And can you say that human factors around here is affecting the stay of your sitatungas?
Of course, yes, because during that now the population is gone high. During our fathers, they just knew what is water catchment, and they know that 30 meters to 60 meters in the swamp, that is belongs to the government. But because people that bought up to points, so somebody can't leave any point in the swamp, and he bought a point, so he needed to feed his family, so that is why they're in danger. And also farming, they're farming up to the swamp.
And I would like to ask a question.
Yes.
Is there any better way to suggest that we can improve the numbers or increase the numbers of the sitatunga?
One way is like this. If you go to Masai Mara, Masai, they get 25% of tourism as they visit. So if we can keep it Statunga in a good way, fencing, then awareness and having the seminars, they will allow our neighbors to know what is, because they get something from it.
And I would also like to ask a question about your neighbors. In most cases, let's say you're having the sitatungas here,
Yes.
maybe they just like move to the neighbors because you have said you don't have proper fencing.
Yeah.
In case they move to the neighbors, what action do they take? Do they hunt them? Do they hunt the sitatungas down, or they just call you and then you go get them back?
Normally, what we do, because of we had about 2 to 3 workshops sponsored by NEMA. Then another one was sponsored by KWS. Then another one we had was World Environment Day. During that community, we brought the community together and awareness. Then we eat together and sharing to awareness to tell them Statunga is just like the sheep you have at home or the goat you have at home. So if you take care of it, we'll get something in it. So for example, you can see the place like Weyeta. They built some 2 classes in Weyeta primary, 4 classes in Weyeta secondary, also in the hospital, even one ward was built by KWS, also Kipsaina primarily. So we try to tell them what of Sitatunga. Yeah.
And so let me ask you another question.
Yes.
Like in terms of it being endangered,
Yeah.
like has the government taken any tangible actions to salvage the Sitatungas in terms of, you know, like coming here, taking samples of it and going to the laboratory, making some storage of its embryo?
Uh, like me, I just requested them to do so, but during this COVID-19, they say that no finance, and also maybe they'll say that they'll take the action, but I've never seen it.
I've never seen
Yeah, I've never seen it. Even my cry was, we try to change because we have only one family here and another family in Isaiwa. So we are requesting if we can get from Ruzinga Highland, then we change. Because maybe for another 20 years to come, we shall have only one generation. Yes.
And let me ask you another question.
Yes.
How do you deal with poachers?
Like me, if you go around, they'll tell you that man is harsh, old man. He likes animals more than people. He moves maybe with the arrows. Is ever out. Because like me, I can assure you, maybe to sleep, I sleep not more than 4 hours. I'm ever out.
Has the government, like the police, taken any action? Like, have you ever caught a poacher and handed him over to the police?
Yes.
And what happened next?
One boy was jailed about 22 years.
22 years.
Yeah, he killed a sitatunga near the bridge.
The frequency of poachers attacking your park. Like,
Oh.
let's say, since January this year and up to now, how many cases have you encountered?
Oh, I have more than 16 cases.
16 cases?
Yes.
Can you now go and like try and locate a sitatunga? Can you give me like a conclusion on how we can save the sitatunga?
Oh, 5 to 10 years to come, we can lose all sitatungas because of the generation. We need to exchange. At least.
Yes. Kwa majina naitwa Hilary Misiko. Ninatoka sehemu hii kama vile Sitatunga, Big Brother na wengineo.
Sasa nikuulize swali kuhusu sitatunga.
Yes.
Unajua kwamba inapungua?
Yes, inapungua.
Na sababu gani inapungua? Wewe kama mwana jamii, kwa nini unaona inapungua?
Inaweza toka mahali pengine iongezeke na tena itoke hapo iende. Ama watu watoke sehemu fulani ambao hawajulikani. Watokelezee tu na waangamiza hao wanyama. Unaona?
Habari yako?
Nzuri.
Unajitambulisha kwa majina?
Yes. Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. Ningependa kuuliza maswali kuhusiana na mnyama wa sitatunga. Je, umfahamu?
Mfahamu na mzuri.
Ushaimwona?
Nishaimwona.
Ulimwona wapi?
Akikimbizwa na watu walikuwa wanakimbiza.
Walikuwa wanamkimbiza? Kwa sababu gani walikuwa wanamkimbiza?
Nikidhani walikuwa wanamkimbiza kama nyama, wamkule kama nyama.
Kama nyama. Hakuna sababu nyingine maana walikuwa wanamkimbiza.
Mara mingi tena huwa akipatikana huwa akitoka game park anapatikana inaharibu chakula ya watu kama mboga sana. Sasa anakimbizwa kurudishwa zingine ndani
ama shike uwawe. Okay. Nashukuru sana kwa wakati wako. Siwe na jioni njema.
Yeah, na
we have had a very interactive session here with Mr. John, and he has some of the challenges. He has raised some of the challenges he's facing. Some of the challenges the animals are facing. Some of it being the animal migration, human encroachment into the swampy areas, population increase, poaching, and finances. Especially the finances, he cries that the government might at least extend a hand and help him raise his conservation, help him take care of the antelopes, and maybe mitigate some of the 2, 3, 4 issues affecting the park. Thank you, Mr. John, so much. I really, really appreciate your time, and I'm really humbled to be here. And you guys should really visit this place. It's along the Kitale Kapengura Road at Kaisagat, and then you ask for Mr. John Mavule's place, you'll be brought here. Thank you so much.